Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. That was quite the face. But every time I'm about to start a video, it has this like weird area where it's like loading but not live yet. So I have to sit there like and wait for it to start. So anyways, and this is live, by the way, because I can't figure out how to record videos for my webcam. So I'm just doing these Hangouts live. So I'm getting random viewers and my kids are walking in. Anyways, this is the Beachbody Business Essentials, and these are just a couple helpful things that are going to help you start your business off on the right foot, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so if you don't already, probably a Chromebook or a laptop or whatever it is that you need. I know some coaches that did start with just their phone, but that is it's so hard for me. So if you right now are like, ugh, I don't know if I can get a new laptop, I'm gonna be honest with you. Right now, I'm missing a couple of features on my laptop simply because some of the programs that I would use and download to a desktop I don't have. But I am using a $200 HP Chromebook that I got completely refurbished off of Amazon, and it is amazing. And I mean, I've worked in business for years. I do stuff online all the time, and this thing boots up super fast. Everything is stored to my Google Drive, so it's really, really incredible. So if you're like, I don't know if I have the extra $800 to spend on a laptop right now, at least check out a nice Chromebook. Another thing that is really helpful to have, maybe not now, but in the future, is like a tablet, or even getting one of those little laptops that has a tablet screen. That's the one thing I miss right now, and I'm going to be getting very soon, is to keep some of my apps in there. I would keep track of like my calendars and just some more stuff like that in a little tablet or an app, and some of my Expensify apps I would always have in a tablet. So that's not necessary. It's just a nice thing to have. So some kind of a laptop is great. A smartphone. The reason you're going to want a smartphone is so you can take all those awesome selfies and, I'm just kidding, and get access to your apps that you're going to be using for your business. Also, pick out a decent planner. Right now I just have a really basic one. I'm actually looking at putting one together for the team because so stay tuned for that. I just have not found what I'm looking for. I haven't found what I'm looking for, so I'm not going to say anything more yet. Anyway, so a nice, decent planner, something that's probably big enough to where you can write several things into the day. So, for example, this is what my planner looks like. I sit down I do this quarterly. So, for example, at the beginning of every year, I think, okay, January's coming around. What are some things I want to do this year? I do my vision boards. That'll be in a different training video. I do my vision board. I think of things I want to do. I put them on the calendar in January, and then every 3 months, so then January I do another one in April and whatever other months. I check in and set my quarterly goals as well, and then I do my monthly things, and then every Sunday I will sit down and plan out my week. So I plan out my months in advance and my weeks. And this is kind of like, so that's kind of like that, what is that lesson, you know, the jar, you got to put the big rocks in first and then the little rocks. So that's kind of what I do with my year, and it's been working for me. I mean, I can always hone this skill in, but I'm not going to shorthand myself. I'm not terrible at it. I'm pretty good at planning. So there's that. And so then like this is what I have to have enough space where I can write what I'm doing, write what dinner is, did I do my workout, did I do my personal development. So some kind of a planner, you're going to want that. And what you can also make sure that you're doing either at each day or at the end of the week is writing in like writing in your expenses and your incomes. That's just a little helpful tax thing. If you really are serious about taking this business to the next level, you're going to want to make sure that you're tracking all of your business expenses. I will also post that information on the Brave Girl Training website underneath of resources and taxes, and it really just talks about some different articles that I've found and what I've learned on what are some good tax write-offs, different things you can claim, and the most helpful app that I've found for tracking my expenses. I use Expensify. So planner, you're also going to want a printer, and I will be right back. Let's see here. Okay. I will show you, you know what, my office is messy, but I will show you a couple of my other things that I have. Okay, so you're also going to want another one of these expandable file things because you can put different promotional items in there. So for example, flyers, challenge group things, whatever. I also use one of these for all, there's 12. There's actually 13 slots in one of these expandable file things, and I think they were like $1.49 at Walmart. So what I do with this is I will put in my, on a sheet, this is not the one, but on a sheet right here, I will write in like for that month what I made, and also for that month what I spent as far as expenses. So then I will stick in here all of the receipts related to my business. That's just in case for any reason something ever happened to my app, I at least have all the receipts. I don't file them in order, but I do have them all in one of these little black file things. And like I said, I have another one of these for passing out brochures. Here's before and afters. Stuff like that is really great. So these are amazing to have. Okay. I also have, you're going to want 3 binders. Maybe more, but 3 definitely to start out with. This is my Coach binder. It's not very fancy. It's just a white one right now. And this is where I keep all of my stuff. So I have the Brave Girl presentation guidebook in here, which is available for you on the Brave Girl site. And what the presentation guidebook is it talks about discount part-time coach. It goes into the facts of Beachbody, what's the difference between a franchise, success stories. This is Lindsay Matway's actual earnings. Her 3-year anniversary, $22,181.30 per week. But you can see right here, brand new coach, $44.71 per week. And yeah. So that is in here. This is one of my essentials in here is the Brave Girl Guidebook. I also want you to have a piece of paper where you are charting whatever it is that your goal is. I want you to put that on a sheet of paper. You can do that with your upline coach if I'm your upline coach. This is kind of like how I'm going to chart my year. This is my ultimate goal is 15-star diamond. So then I broke it down in some other, wherever I put them, in some other papers. I broke it down, and I broke it down for my monthly goals. I also have this, which is the dreams versus income sheet. This is the sheet. This makes me want to cry. Like, this is the sheet that was given to me, not this particular one, but a similar exercise when I was sitting down. I was not doing Beachbody, but this is the sheet that changed my life. I mean, the woman, her name was Lisa Fowler. We're still friends. I just love that woman. This was the first company that I joined, and she just sat down on the couch. She didn't do like her whole presentation, buy all my stuff. She just talked, and you know, she's like, well, tell me some of your dreams. Like, what do you want to do? Where would you see yourself traveling, you know, if you could, or if money. And I am a dreamer, and I was like, oh, I would do all this stuff. I want to have this. I want to have a cabin up north. I want to have a house by the beach. I want to do this and travel. And she looked at me, and she's like, and I just always remember the moment when she said, well, with your current income, how long would it take you to do that? And I remember the totally sinking feeling I got when I looked, and I realized I would not have ever been able to achieve that if something didn't change in my finances. And she showed me this picture then. She showed me, here's your dream circle, And right at that moment, my income circle was probably smaller than this. My income circle was like nothing because I wasn't able to work. So it would have been like the size of a pin. And I saw this, and it was just the first time I'd ever had a really, really big visual. Because, you know what? Most people, when they're asked this question, this stares them in the face. Like, hey, here's all your dreams, here's all your plans, sending all your kids to college, you know, being debt-free, not working at McDonald's when you're 75. That's all a dream. This is the reality. It's bound by their income. So when they see this on paper, they're forced to make a decision. Look, either you do something about that, or here's going to be the reality. Your income is not going to be able to support your dreams. So when that happened to me, that was huge. Which will you choose? And it made it very, very black and white for me. So this is something that I always carry around in my binder, and I carry my binder with me in my car when I go places, because you just never know when you might meet somebody and be able to invite them after you've built a relationship. When you're building relationships with people, when you're out, by the way, just get to know them. Ask them questions. There's some form and sign. Those are trainings that are on the Brave Girl website by Danny Johnson. Those are the techniques that we use, and you don't have to invite everybody, because not everybody is going to be a good fit for this business, and you don't have to invite everyone. So that's why you get to know them first. So your Brave Girl presentation guidebook, your dreams versus income, a planner, a notebook. This binder is just my coach binder that I use. I have some sheets of scrap paper in here, and then I have these contact information sheets. On the contact info sheets, it has their name, their phone number, their email, their address. Are they going to be a client, a team member, a business network connection, other notes, the initial date of our contact, their birth date, the form facts. Form, and this is what I talked about a couple minutes ago, that is one of the techniques that we use when getting to know people. What I put in here is what I learned about them. So family, occupation, recreation, message. That's what FORM stands for. So I learned about their family. What do they do for work? What do they do for fun? What are some things that they need? And then their desire or their need, that's their sign. Strengths, interests, goals, needs, sign. It's an acronym. So I'll put their desire and their need in here, and I will put the solution that I have. This business might not be the solution for them. The solution for that person at the time might be getting them, you know, directing them to a good personal training or a book, whatever it is. I put whatever solution that this contact person is. So for example, the people that I met today at the cafe, I talked to 3 new people. At the end of the day here, I do this every night. If I make new contacts, I write their information down, what I learned. I keep this hard copy here, but then I go ahead and I fill all of this online in a spreadsheet. And then I put down, okay, what are some of their interests? Financial freedom, support and accountability, health and fitness. What's their preferred method of follow-up? Is it a text, a phone call, snail mail, email, or a Facebook message? And what is their gem personality? If I can figure out what their gem is, I will type that in there. Some more notes about them, and then some bonus info on the bottom, like what is their spouse's name, when's their anniversary date, their favorite food, favorite flower, kids' names, miscellaneous. I keep my contact info sheets. I print extra off of these. These are available on the Brave Girl Empire training site underneath of resources and printouts. That contact sheet that you just saw is available on the Brave Girl site under the resources tab on printouts. Another thing that's really fun that I like to have is my daily disciplines. I don't write it on here. I use this as a guideline to write in my notebook. So the Successful 6, I'm grateful for, my personal developments, and my sprouts for the day. This is in my personal binder. I also keep my marketing planner in my coach binder. So I told you before that I plan my months out, and that also includes planning out what I'm going to do, when I'm going to do it, when these little green dots are like, okay, this is my rest days, when I'm going to run challenge group marketing, when the challenge group starts, when I have trainings or open houses or anything like that. all of this is marked on my planner. So I kind of have essentially what I'm going to do planned out. That's in my binder. I also have accountability notes. I carry these. This is my weekly focus word. What am I focusing on for this week? What's my personal goal for the week? Did I do my workout? My group check-in? Did I drink my Shakeology? Healthy meal, measurements, etc. This is what I keep in here. This is something that I can also give to my personal challengers. I do have different variants of this one, and again, these are all available on the Brave Girl handout site. Business Quick Start. If you are a new coach, you definitely need to fill out your Business Quick Start and help your upline. If you are an upline or a leader coach, go through this with them on one of their Getting Started Right calls. Then in my coach binder, I also have my national wake-up call notes. These are really handy to keep and to look back on. This is the national wake-up call. On the national wake-up call notes, it has what the number is, today's date, the call reminder, speaker, topic, contest questions, notes, number one thing I learned, and how can I apply this to my business. So these are the national wake-up call notes, and these are, again, on the website underneath of the handouts. Then I also have the Wheel of Health, and this is something that there's so many different variants with it, but this is basically where you can figure out where is this coach needing the most work right now, where is this client needing the most work, is it emotional, relational, whatever. If you don't have any experience in doing this whatsoever, just skip that. But this is also another handout that you can use. What is one more thing I have? Let's see. The other thing I have is actually, it's a training video notes. So it looks very, very similar to the wake-up call notes, only it's for different training videos that your coaches are watching. So, for example, when I'm watching like personal development videos, what I did was I don't know where they went. When I'm watching personal development videos, here we go. I will have my coaches keep track of that as well. So this is another really easy way to just remember what you're watching, because there's science behind watching something and then writing down what you learned. And that's why the best thing that you can do when you're studying for a test is to rewrite your notes, because it actually forms neural connections in your brain. So when you are watching the training videos or you're doing the personal development each day, write down who's the presenter, or if it's a book, who's the author, what was the topic on for that day, some notes, what was the category, how can I apply this to my business, and the number one thing I learned. And it's really nice just to kind of be able to go back, take a quick glance at this, and to have this in my binder. I do have extras. And again, this is on the Brave Girl Empire website underneath of the resources tab. Let's see here. I also have my compensation plan highlights in my coach binder, and I did print out this contact sheet. The contact sheet is for when you're meeting people, you're writing their name in there and you're getting their email and all the contact information. That night when I go home, I will enter the information, whether it's somebody that I met through Instagram. I have an Instagram like business networking thing. Whether they're a new client or a prospect, I put all of that in there. I found some really, really good training from one of the top coaches on how to manage your contacts. So I put that training on the Brave Girl Empire site. I think it's under top coach training tips maybe, or it might be strategically planning and organizing your business, I think. So those are some things that I have in my coach binder here. You'll also probably want a binder just for your clients and a binder just for your coaches, so that I'm a binder person. I like to see a hard copy. I don't have a Kindle or a Nook or any of that kind of stuff. I like to read physical books and like touch them in my hands. So when I have my new coaches coming in, I keep all of their stuff in a binder, and I will do it alphabetically, and I will also put in there what month they signed up. When you have somebody that's coming in and signing in too, it's really easy then if you do it by month to be able to set follow-up reminders. So I'm going to show you what else I have. I told you, I am binder crazy. This is just some of them. On the top up here, those are, I bought the entire DJU curriculum, and I can tell you that I've gone through all of them, and they are amazing. So this is my personal development library. I also have one of these I have a mail organizer here. Some more business essentials would be a business card holder. If you don't have business cards yet, or you're thinking, I don't know if I can afford business cards right now, if you go to Vistaprint is super cheap. They're always running specials. If you buy from them, I can guarantee you within the next month you'll have like free business cards. I think it's like 500 business cards for roughly $10. So make up some business cards. They just make your business cards really unique to you. Another thing that I found to be one of the most helpful tools from Vistaprint is what's called a rack card. They're, I don't know, they're about that wide, and oh shoot, actually they're about the size of this piece of paper right here, the rack cards, and it's a front and a back. And what I did was I put my personal before and after pictures. So I put when I lost 72 pounds, put my story on there. I didn't really put a whole bunch of Beachbody logos on there, anything like that, because you are your brand, right? So I put myself, and I will just leave my rack cards all over, and that has been a really, really good tool for me anyways, is my before and afters. A printer, obviously, you're going to want a printer, a little file cabinet, and really getting started in Beachbody, that's pretty much it. I mean, you don't need a huge inventory. Printer, couple binders, a smartphone, and some sort of laptop is going to be helpful. Obviously, other things like staplers, paper, ink, that's pretty standard. So there you go. That turned a little longer, and I'm going to cut this off before my crazy baby comes.